Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in for another reading lesson. Today, we're going to be reading an article from your Making Meaning book. Go ahead and grab that now. You don't even need a pencil. I'm going to share my screen with you just in case you aren't able to find your Making Meaning book. We are going to be reading this article called Banning Tag. It's on page 56 and 57 in your Making Meaning book. We're going to start with just the title, Banning Tag. Now let's look at the title, the other headings, the other side, other games, different types of tag. Well, so just based on the title and the section headings, what do you think that we might learn from this article? Think to yourself or tell someone if there's somebody nearby or even one of your animals. All right, well, let's begin. Follow along with me. It says, imagine that you are being chased. You run as fast as you can, but you are not quick enough. You feel hands on your back touching you. You trip, fall down, skinning your knee. Not again. You are tired of always being it. Has this ever happened to you? If it has, you know that it does not feel very good. Some principals, teachers, and parents are worried that playing tag at recess is too dangerous. They argue that kids run into one another, fall down, and get hurt playing tag. They say that sometimes tag leads to hitting, pushing, and bullying. In response to these concerns, schools all over the country are banning the game of tag during recess. So let's just pause there for a second. What have you learned about why some people think tag should be banned? Think to yourself or share with somebody. What have you learned about why some people think tag should be banned? You might need to pause me because I've got other questions. What do you think is the most important thing to understand and remember from the part that we just read? What do you think is the most important thing to understand and remember from this part that we just read? Go ahead and pause me if you need more time. We're going to head over to the next page where it says the other side. Some parents and kids think schools should not ban tag. A third grader from the state of Washington even started a petition to get his principal to change the ban and let the kids play tag again at recess. There are a lot of good things about the game. It is easy to get started because you do not need anything to play except some friends. Also, while you run around, you are getting exercise and having fun at the same time. Many people are upset that recess has to be ruined for everyone just because a few children play too rough. After all, the game of tag has been around for hundreds of years. Okay, let's pause there and let's think, what do we think is the most important thing to understand and remember from that part that we just read? And what are some of the reasons that people give for why tag should not be banned? You might need to pause me to answer both of those questions because I'm going to continue. Different types of tag. There are many different versions of tag. You probably know how to play some of them. One of the most popular versions of tag is freeze tag, where instead of being it, when you are caught, you have to stand still until another player touches you. There is also tunnel tag, which is like freeze tag, except that your teammate must crawl through your legs before you can play again. Monster tag starts with one person chasing all of the others. As each person is tagged, he or she joins hands with it to chase the others. In the end, there is a long chain of players who are all it working together. With all the hands and feet and chain reminds some people of a monster. That is how this kind of tag got its name. Okay, let's pause there. What have you learned about the different types of tag there are? Tell somebody that's nearby. All right, other games. If your school does not allow tag at recess, there are lots of other games that you can play instead. If you have a ball, you can organize a game of kickball or foursquare. With a piece of chalk and a few pebbles, you can play hopscotch. You can probably think of many more fun things to do during recess. Whatever you are allowed to do at recess, it is important that you play fair and are gentle with others. When everyone feels safe, everyone can have fun. So, okay, so we've just read this expository article, nonfiction article about banning tag. So do you think banning tag is a good idea? Why or why not? Share your reasons with someone. Go ahead and pause me. Okay, lastly, if somebody asked you what this article was about, what would you tell them? What would you tell them? Okay, in the back of your Making Meaning book, there is your reading journal. You can flip to the very back there, find your first blank reading journal page, and you can write, do you think banning tag is a good idea? Why or why not? And just take a few minutes to write out your reasons for whichever way you think it goes. And then you can go find a great nonfiction book or article or magazine or newspaper. Find a good quiet place to read for at least 25 minutes, but definitely you can read longer, especially right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Happy reading!